Unit 10. Anne Frank's Diary. Read about it.
During World War II, the racist policy of the Nazi government of Germany was directly responsible for the brutal murder of millions of Jews, an event which came to be known as the Holocaust. In Germany and in the countries occupied by the German army, Jews were compelled to wear yellow badges so that they could be readily identified. Later, they were also rounded up and sent to concentration camps where they were shot, gassed, forced to work to death, or left to die of starvation or disease. For those who could not escape from Nazi Germany's grip in time, the only prospect of survival was to go into hiding. This was why Anne Frank and her family concealed themselves for 2 years in the secret annex. For the duration of her stay in the annex, she kept a diary. Below are some of the things she wrote. Wednesday, January 13, 1943. Dearest Kitty, dreadful things are happening outside. At any time of day or night, poor helpless people are being hauled out of their homes. They're allowed to take only a backpack and a little cash with them, and even then, they're robbed of these possessions on the way. Families are being torn apart. Children come home from school to find that their parents have disappeared. Women return from shopping to find their houses sealed and their families gone. Christians in Holland are also living in terror because their sons are being sent to Germany. Everyone is scared. Every night, hundreds of planes pass over Holland on their way to German cities to sow their bombs on German soil. Every hour, hundreds, or maybe even thousands of people are being slaughtered in Russia and Africa. No one can keep out of the conflict. The entire world is at war. Even though the Allies are doing better now, the end is nowhere in sight. As for us, we're quite fortunate and luckier than millions of people. It's quiet and secure here, and we're using our money to purchase food. We're so selfish that we talk about after the war and look forward to new clothes and shoes, when actually we should be putting aside every penny to help others when the war is over, to restore whatever we can. The children in this neighborhood run around in thin shirts and wooden shoes. They have no coats, no socks, no caps, and no one to help them. Chewing on a carrot to ease the ache of hunger, they walk from their freezing houses through cold streets to even colder classrooms. Things have gotten so bad in Holland that crowds of children stop passers-by in the streets to plead for a piece of bread. I could spend hours telling you about the suffering the war has brought, but I'd only make myself more miserable. All we can do is wait, as calmly as possible, for it to cease. Jews and Christians alike are waiting. The whole world is waiting, and many are waiting for death. Yours, Anne. Anne Frank's story did not have a happy ending. After 2 years of isolation, Anne and her family were betrayed to the Nazi authorities. They were all arrested by the Gestapo and then sent to different concentration camps. Anne's father was the sole Holocaust survivor in the Frank family. Luckily, Anne's diary had been kept intact throughout the war. Afterward, when Anne's father read her diary, he decided to have it published, letting other people read not only about the horrors of war, but also about the love, family, and friendship that had given Anne some comfort.